let me tell y'all, just to please, first and foremost, be careful with these insurance companies because they are slick. I want to tell y'all how life insurance company just got over on me so good, and I did not even know it until later. So back in 2014, was it 2014, I did a term life, right? Life insurance policy. The policy was over at the end of last year. So when I called and asked, about it, what, how to renew it, what's going on, they said I could renew that one or I could do another one. Now, the option that the guy gave me, right, it seemed pretty good. It was good. So I'm like, okay, this is what this man told me. He was like, okay, this policy, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just getting out the shower, so I gotta put some lotion on. He like, this policy, is, I have 2 kids, Sean and CJ. So he like, you can still have your coverage for $500,000 if something was to happen to you, and your kids can be covered also. I had $10,000 on both of them. The reason why I had so little coverage on them is because I'm not trying to come up off of my kids. You get what I'm saying? If something happened to my kids, more than likely, I'm probably not going to want to be here. So me trying to have a policy on them for $100,000, $2, $3, $4, that's not what I'm trying to do. As a parent, my job is to make sure if I am not here that they are good, not the opposite around. So that's why my policy was so much higher. Okay. I was like, okay, that sounds good. He was like, and after so many years, if you want to, for paying your premium, adds up. So after so many years, after 30 years, if you're still living and you don't want to pay anymore for those 30 years, that the money you pay, which is $75 a month. Mind you, let's rewind. The first one was $30, right? This one went up to $75. After 30 years, you can pull your premium, right? So I'm like, damn, that's good. Okay, cool. Signed up for that in November. Thought nothing of it. First company I had sent me a letter in the mail. Boom. I opened up the mail 3 days ago. I'm like, why are they sending me stuff? What is this about? Like, I'm not even with them no more. And they like, the policy that you just purchased isn't in effect anymore. And I'm like, now how's this happening when I just got this? Like, what is the problem now? I call them and I say, I got a letter in the mail, and can y'all explain what this is saying to me? So the man was like, oh, well, it's not. It's just an automatic letter that goes out. I said, well, I'm glad I got y'all on the phone because I cannot find my policy number. He said, well, call such and such insurance company. Boom, which is who I am currently insured through as of November. I called them. I asked for my policy number. I give her all my information. The lady said, okay, so your limited accident insurance. I said, well, what do you mean limited accident? What's limited accident? Why are you calling it limited accident? She said, this is why you gotta be careful. This lady told me things that I had never heard. This man had never explained none of this to me, okay? She said, well, limited accident is the type of insurance that covers you if you were to get into a plane crash. I said, a plane crash? She said, or an automobile accident, or and it covers a pedestrian. So I said, so if I was to fall off a roof, y'all don't cover me? She said, no. I said, if I was to die of a heart attack or a brain tumor, I'm not covered. My kids don't get paid. She said, no. I said, so only a plane crash if I walk across the street and get hit by a car, or if I'm in an accident. Then she proceeds on to say, and it has to be a dismemberment. So now you want my head or something off. Like, what? You want my arms gone, my leg, y'all know how mad I was when I found out that. I said, so for all this, for not even a long time, but a day is too long, because you never know what's going to happen to you and when something can happen. I'm like, so since November till now, I'm thinking that I have life insurance, but in all actuality, I have something called accident where y'all want me to be on a plane, crossing the street, or, and then I said, so what about my kids? This lady said, oh, they're not on it. So they not covered neither. So what is happening here? You gotta be kidding me. Literally, I have been on the phone with the insurance companies, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Do you know how many places would not cover me now because I have a felony? Had no clue that they will not cover you because you are a felon. And my 10 years won't be until next year. So term insurance, nobody will cover me. So I went from term insurance being $500,000. My kids both had $10,000. They were both on my insurance policy. And it included accidental death. It included illness. It included if I was to fall off a roof, fall down a flight of steps, and everything was included in that term insurance plan for $30 per month. Now they're saying that I can only get whole life insurance because Sean is 19, he's over 18. They're saying I can't add him to my insurance policy. I can add him as a beneficiary, but I can't put him on my policy to add him. Chester, I can do. Sean, no. Blowing me. So I said, so what happens with Sean? So because he's an adult, he has to get his own insurance. Okay, so let me add Chester. Then they go on to say, well, you can't add him to your, no, that's what they say. You can't add him to yours. You have to give him his own policy too. I said, but he's a child. What do you mean? Then, not only that, for a whole insurance policy, let's rewind. Remember I told y'all $30 for $500,000. This lady told me if I were to get, $40,000, a $40,000 whole life insurance policy, that it will be $69 per month. I said, so if y'all are charging basically $70 for 40, how much are y'all going to charge if I was to say $500,000? Like, you gotta be kidding me. It didn't even go like you would think, like 7, 14, 21. Oh, no. It went all the way up. This lady went all the way up to dang near $700, almost $800 a month for it to be $500,000 life insurance. Are you serious? All because I can't get term because of a felony. That happened 10 years ago. Well, almost 10 years ago. These insurance companies are terrible. They are terrible. And the fact that he even did that to me, and then I didn't even understand. I'm like a plane, like I've been paying $75 for something that I'm not really even covered under for real. Like they not even covered. This is ridiculous. So now I had to get something. I had to just roll with a whole insurance policy for the $40, get CJ his own insurance, get Smoot his own insurance, and get accidental insurance. So now I'm paying over $100 for this insurance that's only gonna clear if I was to die or something was to happen to me. It is only going to pay them $40,000. However, if it's accidental, then it'll pay both. Accidental, which was $100, and just whole term, which is $40. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. Y'all have got, these insurance companies are terrible. I'm so pissed about this. So now I got to wait all the way until a year passed in order for me to be able to get term insurance to make sure that if something was to happen to me, that my kids are fine. I get it. Term insurance is they can only give it to you for 35 years, but I would rather have that for 35 years and then after 35 years be able to grab that money back rather than have. What's somebody gonna do with $40,000 right now? That's $20,000 a piece. What can you not in this world? That's dang near 5 packs of freaking eggs at this point. Like, so my whole thing is listen to what these insurance places are saying, because they are getting over on people and they are slick, and I cannot stand it. It's really terrible, it's nasty, and it's ugly. So just pay attention to what they are insuring you under, what you can and can't get. I mean, it was a long time. I've been doing this for 2-3 days now, and it's just terrible. So that's all I want to tell y'all. Just be careful when y'all going to go for your life insurance policies and things of that sort. Because, I mean, it's terrible. Well, thank you for lounging around with me. Peace.